Where are we going? Home team.
Hi guys. So today we are going training. We have to stop at a gas station and then maybe we'll do a little bit of training there. I'm not 100% sure.
Yep, because Michaela stopped at a gas station this morning.
And Toby was not happy, so we're gonna...
Toby did not have very much fun.
So we're gonna fix that. And then we're gonna go to Home Depot for the rest of the day. I mean, it also might be nice to go somewhere else too, but like...
Well, we might go somewhere else, but the plan is to start there because I want to be sure that he's doing good on those things that we need to go there for, which includes fainting response. And since both of our dogs need to work on that, I want to have a place that has big aisles and, you know, aisles where there's not going to be a bunch of people. And at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, I don't think there's going to be a ton of people at Home Depot.
Hello. She doesn't want to talk to you guys. So we are in a nice big aisle. And this guy is going to T-Lane, leave it. We are going to Twain with this guy and get some stuff done.
So we are starting with Toby's cards. We're just going to go through them and just see where he's at. And then we will go through his little list. Look at the holes in my jeans. Aren't I a cool bitch?
A what?
I'm a cool bitch.
What?
I'm a cool bitch.
Is she messaging you now?
Yeah.
Those ones you don't play with. It's helping somebody. No, they don't. No, you can't touch. You ask nicely, and he's a service dog. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, he's working.
He's working, so you can't. Here, no. He's working, so you gotta leave him alone. He's working.
Oh look, you have the title for your vlog.
Huh?
I said, oh look, you have the title for your vlog.
A title?
Yeah.
What?
title? Yeah. What? What, did you not just see what just happened, or?
What is this title? I'm confused.
Kid reaches for my service dog or something
Oh,
like
a title for the video. Hi everyone, editing Michaela here. You probably will hear the lawnmower and I'm sorry I can't do anything about it. So I just want to take a moment and explain the next clip really quickly, or the next couple. So basically last summer we noticed that Toby was kind of getting a little distressed while working during the summertime specifically. His ears would turn red and he'd get really hot and he wouldn't want to, not necessarily not want to do his tasks, but he would have trouble doing them. So in these next clips, you'll see us trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. He stopped doing his tasks reliably during this next part. So we called the vet. I left a voicemail for them. We're still trying to figure it out. We are working on getting him a cooling jacket and a cooling bandana, and I did buy a dog water bottle to keep with us. But right now we're just trying to figure out how to keep him comfortable and let him work at the same time. So here is this upcoming clip. And yes, I did reach out to the vet and they have not answered me yet. But if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And now back to the video.
Down in the store, the floor is cold. Do his ears feel hot?
Yeah, why?
We had the same issue last summer, didn't we?
Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Work him naked? There's too much clacking for him to... Yeah.
What? Why would you want that?
Because I think that would be helpful.
We can go to a pet store.
I thought we didn't have time, but that we were going to be at Home Depot all day.
Queen, I told you that was our only plan for right now. Our little break. Stop. Wait. Oh, I know, it's so difficult because the floor is so slippery. You just made him do an emergency stop and then Yeah, let's just wait a couple seconds. Make sure she's like telling the truth. Lock. Someone's smoking behind you. Is Home Depot smoke friendly?
No.
Do you want me to ask him to leave?
What? Well, if we're gonna leave this aisle before people have to go into action.
He's smoking in a store. What kind of person does that?
I don't know.
Do you want to go to a different aisle now?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think we have a choice. 'Cause you're gonna have. So we're moving aisles because some guy decided to start smoking in the middle of the aisle, and obviously, I don't know if you know that we live in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's had a no smoking inside business law for how long? Since like 2006, since I was little. So the fact that someone's smoking inside is just uncalled for, but also triggers her mass cell. So we're being forced to move, which is ridiculous. Let me check. All right, guys, so that says no smoking there. This bench that Brielle's sitting on also says no smoking. Basically, this crazy guy, like Toby Place, he started smoking in our aisle for no reason. And we looked at each other and we're like, I thought this was a law. Like, you can't smoke in a store. That's been that way. Yeah. Sorry, another play came through, so I told him what was going on, because the more people that know, the better. You can't just tell one person. Otherwise, you don't know as if it's ever going to get done. So, basically, and I'll insert it here, Wisconsin's had a non-smoking inside of business law since probably like 2006. All right, editing Michaela here again, so I'm going to explain to you the law. Basically, people that smoke in places get a fine of $100 to $250 if they're caught. And basically this list goes down to talk about different places where it is prohibited, which includes retail businesses. So this is the Wisconsin is Better smoke-free flyer pamphlet, but I will get into the law in a minute. This just is a summary of the law. And so this is the public health website for where we were, which was Madison and Dane County. This talks about where smoking is prohibited and where smoking is allowed. So basically anywhere that the public is invited is basically retail, specifically Home Depot. So, and it shows you like what the fines are and what they can do, failure to follow the law. While there's no corporate policy that says you can't smoke in Home Depot, there's a bunch of Reddit users that say, oh, well, it's in their handbook policy for employees, yada, yada. But this store specifically has a sign outside that says no smoking, so I'm going to assume that they have some kind of policy that isn't available to the public. But he was just staring at our dogs. It was really creepy. He was like screaming in the aisles. He seemed kind of drunk. She says yes. And due to her mast cell, she's allergic to like cigarette smoke, right? Not marijuana though, right?
It's triggered by smoke. So
Right.
any kind of smoke that I might be around, I usually get some kind of allergic reaction to it. So I try to not.
Did you hold your breath when we walked to that area he had been smoking in?
Yeah, I try to not be in those areas
The
as
only
much as possible.
I guess I kind of got scared because he was, like, when we went to leave and avoid him, he was at the other side.
Yeah, we went to leave and he had gone down the other end of the aisle.
To the other side.
Like as if he was like,
Trying to block us.
yeah.
So then I looked at Brielle and I'm like, I'm really sorry, we're going to have to walk through where he just smoked.
Yeah, because we can't go past him.
Right, and he was just staring at us like,
Yeah, he was giving us a weird look, and
we just both felt really unsafe, and we're kind of feeling like we don't want to go back in there anymore today. As much as we had, I mean, I guess we were both at the end, but.
yeah, I think that Arlo might be having an off day. And then the other thing is Toby, for some reason, is really hot. And I mean, he seems okay out here, and well,
Place.
I mean, he's also nervous. You should check his fit bark and be sure that cover's on right.
Okay.
But he seemed kind of like weirdly hot, and like it was sort of affecting his tasking when we were in the store.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that if we, you know, maybe if it's not raining, we can go over to that garden center over there and like just walk around and just do some heel work, and maybe that'll help him like cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things on our list is to work in parking lots. So that's a chance to work in a parking lot.
Yeah. But we're thinking we're gonna. Do we want lunch now? Are you hungry?
What about you? Are you hungry? No?
I was thinking like after the pet store on our way home.
On our way home probably isn't the best idea.
No?
Well, maybe we could go to the pet store and then get lunch and then see what time it is, and maybe we'll want to go somewhere else.
I'm really thirsty. I'd like a water sooner or later.
So do you want to go get lunch now then?
I guess.
Okay.
But then we'd have to leave and not go to the garden center.
Oh, I was gonna say that we should go to the garden center quick and like walk around just a little
quick,
bit, and
okay.
then we can go get lunch and then go to the pet store.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm shaking for some reason. Like,
You guys okay? Because we are looking for him.
so she has like. Oh, I was trying to say before they came back out that I'm shaking, and I think it was just like trying to, like I got really scared just trying to get Brielle out of there, and the guy was really creepy. I don't do really well with creepy drunk people, so. But we worked a lot on what we worked on yesterday, which was a lot of fainting response and block and back, but back is doing a lot better. Fainting response is getting there.
So
It's just going to be repetition, really.
the reason that we have that on the list is because his positioning is not the best. And in order for it to actually be helpful, he has to be in the correct position. So, yeah.
So, yeah, so we have that, and then for block, he doesn't do the right position, and he doesn't stay. So we worked on that, and I think that really helped. But we worked on cards and the list and things like that, and I'm feeling pretty good. We were gonna like stop because like I thought you wanted to work on under more, or I didn't know if you were gonna give up.
Arlo's might be having an off day, I'm not sure, but we need to work on his fainting response for some reason. It's just,
Was it okay the other day?
yeah.
Weird. Dude, your handle's supposed to give you confidants. So basically right now we're just kind of hanging out, watching the parking lot, watching the rain fall. I didn't expect it to rain today. It sounds like that they're actually trying to get the guy. So, and we would have seen him because these are the exits. So, you may not see his face, but we can install your fence. It's a little meme. They made a meme. You gotta give them credit.
Cute. They made a meme.
So right now we're just waiting to see if they come back to just let us know. Like,
And we're gonna work on.
And we're gonna go-
chill because right now he seems to be a little focused on distractions.
yeah. So, and then we'll go to the garden center and walk around. Hopefully it's hooded over there. But yeah. Why am I shaking? Is it because I'm thinking about it?
I don't know.
Toby, settle. It was really nerve-wracking. Like, I had to look at you for a second because I didn't think he was smoking at first. I was really confused. Like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Settle.
You're not treating him for doing the correct response. My suggestion would be to have him sit up and sit near
Oh,
you.
yeah. I think they were yelling stop because they figured out who it was. Hopefully. Settle. There you go. Settle. Settle. Toby. All right, so we took one step outside and I almost slipped and fell on my ass, so we skipped the garden center.
Yeah, it's raining pretty bad, so we're gonna...
I mean, not awful, like I've seen worse, but like...
Right, it's not like a drizzle rain where it's like, yes, we can train through it.
So we'll just have to do it on a day where it's...
Sunny all day.
But it sounds like right as, like, a couple, like 2 minutes or so before we got up, it sounded like they yelled stop after him because he was going to go out the door we were sitting in front of, and I got really nervous. And then, like, he turned around to go back, and then he went out the other door.
And his car was obviously, she recorded it, his car was obviously on this side. So,
Yeah.
he must have, like, they must have told him not to go out that way.
Right. Which was nice of them.
It's just shocking. Like, I've never
Well, he's going to get away without a fine, too. Because normally, don't you call the police and you get a fine for smoking in
I don't know.
public
That's
establishments?
not something
Again,
that
here
I
you
know
go.
about.
Here you go. Right here.
What?
I'll put it right there.
What?
Whether or not they get fined.
Oh, the law. Oh.
The law! Right here. I'm going to put it right here in midair, right in your car. Right there, right there. So, yeah. I got really uncomfortable and scared, and it's kind of why I don't like going to public places, because of people like that who are scary.
We don't see those people all that often.
Not all this often, but when I was little, those were the kind of people that I was scared were in public all the time.
Yeah. And I think that now that we go out more often,
It helps, but
and since we have dogs, we have service dogs, we will see more of those kind of people, because they're the kind of people who don't understand that it's not okay for them to be hanging out when people are like trying to train, you
and
know?
smoking.
So they don't understand.
Are you going? Did you put it on Five Guys? Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, we are heading to get lunch. We're gonna go to like PetSmart.
Yeah, and then Michaela is gonna work with Toby on a couple things.
And we're gonna look for some cooling things for him, so.
Yeah, and then I need to work with Arlo on a couple things on our list, because
Yeah, whatever.
it's really strange, because I've never heard of, you know, of that. I've never seen anyone smoke inside of the building before, like inside of an establishment, other than,
I mean, when I was little, I remember.
when I was little, they had smoking sections in restaurants.
Yeah, and they had the ceiling fans that were supposed to like clean up,
Like
the
suck
smoke.
up all the smoke.
Yeah, and they were weird looking. And
Right, but they don't have those anymore. They don't have smoking sections in restaurants. You're just not allowed to smoke
Right.
inside of restaurants anymore.
And again, I think there's some kind of fine that I'm gonna put right here if I edit this video all the way.
I mean, if you don't, I would scream.
So yeah. So we're gonna go eat, and we'll see you guys at the pet store. All right, so we are at PetSmart now, and we can't find what we came for, which is fine. You know, I didn't have high expectations. But we did have some kind of like, someone told Gabby and Arlo that they couldn't come into the aisle, which is rude because you can't just hoard an aisle to yourself. Everybody needs to get through it. That looks like Phoenix's butt. So, like, I was like, no, Gab, you can go through the aisle. Everybody's allowed to go through the aisle, so.
The reason that I didn't go through the aisle is because when someone has an aggressive dog and they tell you that they tell you, like, no, you can't come down this aisle. I wasn't thinking, like, oh, fuck you, of course I'm going to go down the aisle. My first thought was, what's the best thing to do to keep my dog safe? I'm not going to go down the aisle. If that person is that concerned and they think that their dog is that aggressive,
then it shouldn't be in the store.
Well, first, yes, it shouldn't be in the store, but I'm also not going to risk my dog by going down the aisle.
Right. And I was kind of like, with the stuff that went on earlier, I just kind of was like, I have had enough bullshit for today. And we obviously didn't go, like, up to them. We just, like, we went in the aisle to, like, look really quickly and then left, so. So now we're just going to work on some stuff. Hopefully we'll be on the road by 5. Hopefully.
That's the plan.
We have to do some research into some of the cooling gear. Because, like, that one up there is, like, $30, but I can't tell if it, like, freezes, and the bottle over there is, like, a little excessive, so. So, yeah. Are we working on Toby stuff?
I'm going to have you do each of these things once.
Excessive. So, yeah. And, like, I get it. If a dog's aggressive, like, I get that. But she was, like, holding the dog the whole time, so I don't understand, like. It's hard because, like, if you bring an aggressive dog into the store, you've got to have control over it.
There's no reason to bring an aggressive dog into a store.
Right. But even if you do, you have to have control of your dog. Otherwise, you're just an idiot. What? It's true.
Okay, so.
Okay. Toby, circle. Yay!
I fixed it. I didn't do anything.
Circle.
I asked him to do it several times. That's it.
Good job. Circle.
And he didn't mess up long enough for me to figure out why he was doing it.
Toby, circle. Good job.
If it happens again, let me know.
Okay, circle. Like at home. Toby, circle. Good job. One more time so you don't vomit dizziness. Circle. He paused there for a second, but it's better. Thank you. No, leave it. What are you supposed to do? Hello? Hello? Leave it? Leave it. start over.
Is this for my face? Is this for his face? Hold on. Sit. No. Sit. There you go.
There you go.
You ever just bongos your dog?
Hi guys, I just recorded for a minute and totally zoned out about filming. So we went to PetSmart, everything was good. We ran through Toby's list one more time. Gab worked on her list and worked on under with Arlo. They're kind of struggling with it right now, but
I think that it's because basically what happened is he got it wrong one time at the beginning of the session, and Arlo is very much like he knows when he's done something wrong. He knows when he like disappointed me per se. And so
He's
because that happened, he was like, I'm really upsetty now. That's why I don't recommend poodles as service dogs, you guys, because they will be sensitive and they know when they did something that you were not happy with. So always. Aw, Volkswagen.
Oh no! What? That looks like somebody got kidnapped in there.
Anyways, Toby was having a hard time with circle and block. He's just getting them kind of mixed up. So just working on them. Yeah, so just working on them separately would probably be a good idea. But just it's repetition at this point.
There we go. Yeah, that's what's up. The way that they were taking me is if I would have to go over that bridge.
Oh, so you just don't want to go over the bridge?
The bridge that doesn't exist.
Oh,
Remember that bridge? It doesn't exist.
He was taking you that way. Okay.